Son of Saul is a Hungarian Holocaust war film, drama film, directed by Laszlo Nemes in his debut. This one was recommended by Bong Joon-ho. It's a list of 5 films that he recommends, and I haven't seen this one, so I decided to get it from the library and just put it on. This one is about Saul. He is part of the Sonderkommando. He is part of he's in Auschwitz, and he has to clean up the dead bodies that are burned in the ovens. So it's a very brutal task that he has to do. However, one day while cleaning up, he notices a Nazi doctor choke out a small boy who's sick, and then the body is supposed to be disposed of. However, Saul wants to save the boy, give him a proper Jewish burial by finding a rabbi, burying the body, cleaning the body, and having the rabbi do the Kaddish. So it's a really harrowing sort of heist in a concentration camp. The camera lingers behind Saul at all times. It's about not even like a foot away from him. Either you'll be behind, right at his neck, and it feels like you're inside of the concentration camp with him, or it'll be really close during the conversation as if you're talking to him. So it's a very immersive cinematography, and because of this, the camera stays so close that you don't really get always a sort of view of what's going on around. There's a lot of world building in this. So the concentration camp has all these little sections and all these different people and different groups, and they're in communication with each other. They're trying to form a resistance and escape. There's all sorts of things going on because it's 1944, and they're basically trying, there's a resistance trying to get some weapons and guns and trying to foment a revolution. However, he's trying to do this own personal journey that a lot of people aren't. They don't get it. You know, it's not, he doesn't know this boy. He says he's his son. He's just trying to do this for a sense of formality. We don't really understand why, but we get it. We get why he wants to do this, because he feels like he has to. And I felt the movie was a little pretentious. I didn't like how, like, the plot, it just didn't gel well with me because the way that movie ended, of course, but also he puts a lot of people at risk, and he gets away with a lot of stuff just by accident. And sure, that ranks up the tension, but the movie, the stakes are really low for me because it's not like he knows the young boy. And so I feel like sort of the other side characters in this movie, they don't really give a damn what happens to the boy and what happens to him, because it's the equivalent of trying to make a phone call to a loved one before the world ends. And a lot of people might be like, well, whatever, the world's ending, why do you care? But for you, it matters. And I guess, but it doesn't go all the way because he doesn't know this child. If it was his child, then sure, but he doesn't know this young boy. So it ends up being a sort of metaphor for him trying to just do this one thing before he could potentially be killed at any moment. So it is harrowing. It does have good direction, but I didn't like the story or the metaphor or anything about that. So I give Son of Saul a 5 out of 10.